guys, hola amigos, welcome back to my channel. In today's video I want to talk to you about different ways that I've learned how to manage my PCOS, and maybe one of you or a few of you out there who have the same syndrome that I have don't know about different professionals or doctors that you should be talking about regarding this. Again, this is my own personal experience. Here's a disclaimer for you before we get into it. Alright, so the first professional help that we need, ladies, is we need to talk to our primary care doctor. They're the ones who usually are going to kick things off, and they're the ones that literally kick things off for me to get diagnosed and to get referred to the specific doctor for my treatment. Usually, depending on the type of health insurance you have to go through your primary care doctor to get a referral. Other type of insurance, you don't have to. But if you don't have insurance, you can go directly and pay out of pocket. It's really up to you, but this is just the way that I did it. I went through my primary care doctor. They were the one that referred me to my OBGYN after doing a few testing and realizing that there was something wrong with my ovaries. Now, the second professional I just mentioned is your OBGYN. And usually there's, in your OBGYN section, you can have a doctor that focuses only in gynecology, and then another doctor that focuses in OB medicine. And there's sometimes doctors that do both. So for me, I went with two different doctors, one just specifically for a gynecologist and another one specifically just for OB medicine. The OB medicine is really for fertility medicine, just to make sure that your reproductive system is working properly and ways to help you with that, while the gynecologist is more general, if that makes sense. I feel like that's the way that I've learned to know the difference between the two. My OB medicine that I was able to acquire, she's actually specialized in PCOS, while my gynecologist, he doesn't. So a lot of the questions, I search online. Google is your best friend. I search online and look for PCOS specialists who were OB medicine or gynecologists, because not everyone has information regarding this type of syndrome. So many different abnormalities. That's why it's called a syndrome, because it's not just one thing that gets affected. It's a lot of things in your body that gets affected, and not everyone gets it the same way. So just getting a particular person within your team of doctor who actually specializes in your syndrome has been great for me, because all the questions that I have, she has been able to answer and get further testing too. Other type of member that you need to have in your team, that I have in my team, is a nutritionist. A lot of your PCOS symptoms can be corrected through your nutrition, with what you put in your body and exercising. So getting a nutritionist or a trainer that can help you achieve a better weight goal or live a healthier lifestyle is really good, and really will help improve your symptoms for PCOS. Make sure that if you don't feel comfortable with a professional that you're talking to, your doctor, you have all free will to go and get another professional, get a second opinion, and keep going until you find your recipe of group of people to work with. Because this syndrome, it tackles a lot of different things in your body, and you need, for those different things that it tackles, you need a professional guidance on how to manage those different aspects of the syndrome. So moving forward, I do have a therapist too, because with PCOS, I do have times where I'm very depressed, lonely. Even though I'm surrounded with people, I do get lonely, depressed. Something that has to do with my hormones and not being balanced, and therefore your brain is not in sync either. So for my therapist, I am lucky because my husband is a social worker. So once a month we have this thing where I just vent to him everything that's going on, and he just sits there on the couch and just try to walk me through my emotions. There's some months that I do it even more than that, but it's good to talk to someone. You should never feel ashamed or afraid to ask for professional help and to talk to someone regarding your feelings. I know there's a taboo in the Latinos cultures. I'm Latina, and sometimes when you say oh, I go to a therapist or a psychiatric, or I'm getting help or a counselor, they're like, just get over it. you'll be fine. Or why do you even go to those things? Like, you look like a happy person. But it's just like, yes, I can portray that I'm a happy person, but inside I have things that are going on that I don't know how to explain. So taking time to address those issues, those emotions have helped me a lot. So don't be afraid to reach out to a psychologist, a psychiatrist, or even a friend, just someone that you can vent to who might understand a little bit more what you're actually going through. So that's another professional entity that you might want to add to your teams of doctors for PCOS. The other one I have is infertility doctors. Yes, a lot of women who suffer from PCOS have infertility issues because the syndrome does attack your reproductive system besides other things. So when I got diagnosed with PCOS, they told me that I would have a hard time conceiving a child. And when I got married, I really didn't know how bad the situation was until I asked my gynecologist to refer me to a specialist with infertility to just know what I really was working with. I know my husband and I, we talked about kids, and he knew before we got married that I was diagnosed with PCOS and that the chances of me bearing a child was going to be difficult. Not that it was never going to happen, but just a chance of doing it, I will most likely need professional help. And once we got married, I started this journey because I really wanted to know what it would take for me to be in the best state to conceive a child. Not that we wanted to, we talked about having a child between 3 to 5 years into our marriage. They ran other tests that were specific to my PCOS and my reproductive system. And there they found out that I had a lot of cysts in my ovaries. If you suffer from PCOS and you really want to know like how your reproductive system is working, I definitely recommend, and if you want to have children in the future, definitely recommend seeing a fertility specialist, and just so they can go over what it would take for you to get pregnant and other things that might not be listed as professional or doctors. Is so just having faith that, you know, everything will work out. If something is not meant to be, it's not saying that it's not meant to be forever, but you might not be ready for it right now, especially when it comes to, you know, having a child or different things that happen in your life. So for me, going to church and just, you know, letting things out and just really speaking to God, even though sometimes I don't know if you hear me or not, I always say, God, you know, just guide me in the right path that is for me. If this is something that is meant for me, please like show me or put people in my way that are actually going to help me achieve that. If not, then, you know, I understand. Sometimes I don't understand because I get mad because I feel like I've tried so many things and nothing is working. But just to, you know, just understand that you're not alone. You won't be the first person or the last person going through this, and that God will continue to guide you. If you don't believe in God, then, you know, have a great support system in your family or friends, or, you know, a good professionals that are helping you with your PCOS. I like to have a little bit of everything just to keep a balance in my life, because clearly my internal self-being is not balanced. So going to church had also helped me a lot. The other thing is just your family. Talk to your family. Like, I've talked to my family. The first time that I talked to them was really hard for me to open up about this syndrome, because I didn't fully understand what it was and how it was affecting me until, you know, over a year later, what it was. But talking to my family and my friends and my loved ones about it, and just making them understand, like, if I'm acting weird or if there's something wrong with me, it's just like, don't take it personal. It's just, I'm dealing with a lot of stuff, and I really appreciate them asking questions to me. Sometimes I don't know the answer to them, and I just like to share it. They're very, they're very involved. My family is very involved, so I really appreciate that. And then another thing that, you know, when I came out and I told my family that I had this, and I was asking questions specifically to the side of my mom's side of the family, if there was any women who had PCOS or had any problems, and nobody was like, no, we had like heavy periods, but that was about it. like nobody, I couldn't find anyone to like understand or like piggyback from. I do have one friend who also has PCOS, and I've talked to her here and there about it. But I found this website online. It's called myPCOSstream.com, which is an online website where it has information from women all around the world who have PCOS, and you just go there, and sometimes like you just want to vent about something, you're just not having a good day, and then you can talk to other girls, women around the country and the world who also have the same thing that you have. And it's kind of nice to talk to someone who has the same thing as you, because you can relate a little bit more regarding, you know, unless like your family, like they understand, they're empathetic, but I feel like sometimes they don't really get it. But it's just nice to know someone who's actually, or a few people who are actually going through the same thing that you are, and they're more understanding, and they actually give you feedback and things that they're actually doing to manage their PCOS too. So with that being said, I think that's all of the professionals, doctors, and a little bit other things that I do to manage my PCOS. And I guess I'll just give you a little wrap around about it. So I have my primary care doctor, my gynecologist, my OB medicine, my nutritionist, therapy, whichever way you would like to do your therapy, I definitely recommend it. Staying active, infertility doctors, because I need to know how that stuff is working down there. Church, have faith, pray about it. God will answer you. I don't know how, but he will find a way to do it so that your prayers are answered. Talk to your family and your friends, and they might be there. Some of them might not understand and might not care, but it's good to have a couple of people on your side. And then if you don't have family and friends that understand your situation, then go onto the website myPCOSstream.com. I will have all the information down like below, and that you will find other women who are suffering from the same thing that you are, and you can chit chat and talk about it. So don't feel alone. You're not alone. There's a lot of us in this together. This syndrome affects 2 out of 10 women in the world, and only half of them actually know that they have it. So if you are anyone out there struggling with your period, your reproductive system, just keep asking questions. Be your own diva. Stand up for yourself with your professional help, and don't back down. Don't say no until you actually get an answer, because that's what I did. I was like, there's something wrong with me. I don't know what it is, but I need you as a professional to figure it out, because I know this is not normal. And I was able to figure it out. I'm still figuring it out along the way. So with that being said, I will be posting more videos about PCOS and other things, and beauty and health, and like my lifestyle now, because that did also change. So without further ado, thank you so much for watching this video, and we'll be in touch next week. Or you can just keep watching my other videos too. But bye!